Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with the one and only Stephen Dow. How you doing, sir?
Fantastic. And yourself, sir?
I'm doing well, man. Do me a favor, get that marketing thing out of the way because I almost forgot last time.
No, it's okay. I'll always try to remember it. Anyway, although I work very happily for Velocity Mortgage Capital, all the ideas and topics discussed on this channel are that of my own. So let's get it going.
Uh, I got to tell you, I don't know if you're seeing it, but I'm getting a lot more messages from followers and subscribers, basically thanking
Uh-huh.
me and you by happenstance for A, bringing 50, 40, 10, B, pushing them to think more creatively.
Mm.
Um,
Yes.
One of the messages I got yesterday after getting back from Fresno was
Hmm.
it basically said, Michael, thank you so much. For the first time ever, I think I get it. Seller financing opportunities are coming. He sent
Uh-huh.
me a screenshot of what I think is his MLS saying
Right, right, right.
seller financing available. Right in the description. I'm like, there you go.
Well, you're the weatherman. All of a
It's
sudden,
on
look,
the
it's actually
listing.
raining. It's actually raining. Mike, you said it was going to rain. It's raining. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, that's right. Raining outside. But
yes.
folks, if you've been watching my channel, you realize we're heading into a housing depression. If you watch
Mhm.
video number one, what I've been talking about for a while is I'm going to buy residential property and then 1031 into small multis like I did last time. In the
Mhm.
first video today, we talked about commercial banks not renewing, again, small, but still 50% of the loans are not going to renew, which either forces a refi or forces a sale.
Correct.
There's going to be opportunities. Some of these sellers will think they have equity, but maybe
Yep.
they don't, right? If you need to sell, here's my number. But hey,
Right.
you want to do this or that, maybe carry back a second, delay the payment,
Right.
whatever it is, right? So
Uh-huh.
it's time to get creative. It's time to know what's available. So I know a lot more people are reaching out to you on the 50, 40, 10. What are you seeing?
Mhm. 100%. I mean, exponentially at least threefold from the initial just inquiries and then, sending out the pre-approvals so that they can make the offers. Sometimes they accept it right away. Sometimes that one I told you took them 2 months.
Yeah.
So and I think we're about to close pretty soon too. So, shout out to James. Won't give away his last name.
That's right. Yeah.
But no, and I've got, I won't say another one of your, experts, but I'm helping out one of them too with
Yeah.
a 50, 40, 10.
No, you can. I mean, Matt and I've talked. We did a spreadsheet on it. Matt's trying to help out
Okay.
someone. He's going to do the 50, 40, 10.
Yes.
It's there. And
Oh, okay. I didn't know that
yeah.
backstory.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
nice.
It's all good. I helped him brainstorm how to do it.
Okay.
It was anchored on the 50, 40, 10. It's the only way it would work.
Right, right, right. No,
Yeah.
and so
Got
yeah,
got two
we're
and a half percent money, by the way. 2.5% money on the second. On 40% of the loan, 2.5%. It's just stupid low. Stupid low. So
well again, the ones that get it are like being able to utilize this tool. That's all it is. Once they understood how to use the tool, oh my
yeah.
God, everyone's like, oh, I wish I knew this before. Oh, so it's
Yeah.
really gratifying and yeah, I'm just really grateful to be part of this channel. So
Yeah. And the other thing I did yesterday is I met with a couple potential sellers of portfolios. Small,
mhm.
like I think one was nine units, and the other was 16, I think.
Okay.
Might have been 18. I forget. It was an even number. But anyways,
Hmm.
I went down there because again, they're actually one of them saw me on this channel. It's like, yes, the channel's working. You said you want to buy a portfolio. I have a portfolio for you. So the whole idea
Right.
of this conversation, folks, is again, seller financing is a tool. I like how you put it there. You have to learn how to use
Hmm.
it. I am doing a
Hmm.
deep dive tomorrow with an accountant,
Right.
Bob
Right.
Langworthy. Shout out Maine Bean Counters. Maine is in the state.
Hmm.
We're going to go through all the accounting, which I went through with both of these potential sellers. Now
Right.
they're stewing on it. They're thinking about it. Seller financing is not a one call close. At
No.
least it's never been for me. It's a
Right.
3, it's a 4, it's references. I mean, this dance that we're
Hmm.
going through, we shall
Hmm.
see. Because I gave
Hmm.
both folks kind of a rough outline. I gave them, hey, if you want a cash number for me, I'm a cheap ass bastard, but I could get
Right.
you one. I strongly suggest we do this, which is going to give you a
Right.
top line,
Right.
income, taxes, all of that.
Right.
So um, I think one of them is going to go for it. If you ask me today, again, it was first kind
Hmm.
of face to face.
Hmm.
I think the other one is going to try to get a better cash number. I think they're shopping me, which happens. I
Of
don't care.
course.
I was
Yeah,
already
yeah.
there. Yeah.
And
So
they just haven't really uh reality just hasn't really hit them, I guess. And again, I don't know the area.
yeah.
Maybe it's still kind of,
Yeah. Some people want to
semi
hold for
hot.
another year, right? So you're like, hey,
Yeah.
I've already held it for like one of them was 38 years. And I forget the other one. I don't have my notes, but like there's no debt on these properties.
Oh, right. I was gonna say 38 years. Wow.
Yeah, he was telling me
Man.
about, I bought this one for 11 grand, this one for 7,700. It's like, geez, man, back in the day.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my goodness.
yeah, it's crazy. But again, seller financing is a tool. I know how to use it. But again, the seller, right? Really, they're owners, right? They haven't decided
Right.
to be sellers yet. They're
Right.
owners, and
Right.
now they know. And I think they'll get back to me in the next couple of days or weeks. We'll see. I'll follow up certainly on Monday. They both
Right.
know that if they don't call me, I'll call them.
Mhm.
So the seller financing is amazing. It's great for me as a buyer, but you have to make it good for the seller, and that's
Right.
why tomorrow we're doing a deep dive with a CPA.
Right.
So everybody,
I'm going to try to
it.
chime in too, just because my product can kind of work in conjunction with the seller finance, because maybe they don't want to carry 100% of the purchase price or whatever the case is. And so they'll get a good chunk of their money now, which is typically a better or easier pill to swallow if they got to do some sort of seller financing.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, I'm going to get a good chunk now versus I don't get any money. I might get the passive income over the next 30 years, but I might not even be that alive that long. So,
it's funny. I didn't know that. So thank you if you can make it great. But it's funny. I actually brought up the 50-40-10 in a different context. Because again, I didn't give them numbers, but I'm like, I can give you a cash price, but trust me, I'm cheap. Right.
Right.
And I did this other one. I'm like, hey, I would love you to finance the whole thing. I know that's not practical. I'm like, hey, maybe you already have a plan. You want to do an around.
So maybe 3 options, right?
Yeah.
Like a cheap price.
Yeah.
You do 100%, or here's something in the middle.
Exactly. That's actually where we spent the most time. I'm like, you know what? You could get 30% now, carry, 70. You can do 40.
Right.
I mean, we talked about all those options, but I let them know that, hey, at the end of the day, this payment number, that's what I'm tracking. I give a rat's ass about the percentages. I got to make sure the payment stays under this given current rent.
Right.
And I think that excited them because neither one of them, based on body language, wanted a pile of cash. People don't realize this. A pile of cash is a problem.
It is.
It
is. I mean, all of a sudden you're like, I don't need all this money. What am I going to do with it? Where am I going to park it? If anybody knows in cash about it,
shows up tomorrow. If $2 million showed up in my account, that's a problem. Like, what the hell?
Uncle Sam, yeah, he's gonna be knocking real loud on that door.
I'm like, what do I do? FDIC insurance is only this. I gotta get like 8 bank accounts or crazy stuff. So again, I want to thank you for 50-40-10. You helped me create this. It's your and I's creation. I know it's working. It's working for me. But what I love
worked for me
is everybody is going, I get it now. And trust me, folks, more seller financing is coming. When winter hits, affordability is going to tank. Some people have to sell, and seller financing, if you understand how to play with the knobs and levers, you can give them their price and you can get your payment. It's amazing.
I know. Agreed. And so just doing the work, crunching the numbers, having clear, concise, conversations with the seller or owners so that they get the clear picture. Because sometimes listing agents get involved or other people, and so they muddy up the waters a little bit and trying to explain the moving parts to all this. But if you can get direct to the seller owner, that's usually the best. And so, yeah, it's all about just communication, because I think if the circumstances allow for, your offer to kind of make sense for everybody, it's a win-win really for everybody.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I know it's coming, folks. If somebody wanted to reach out to you and just talk about options and rates and fees and all that stuff, how do you want them to reach out?
Again, just email me, sdao@velocitymortgage.com. In the subject line, please put the acronym ORAAT for one rent at a time. Body of email, property address would be great. Maybe a brief description, what you're looking for. At the very least, city and state where you want to invest in. And then your mid-FICO score would be helpful. And of course, the best phone number to reach at in 24, 40 hours, I'll be in touch.
Yeah. So again, folks, subject line, 5 letters and 5 letters only, ORAAT. Everything else put in the email. The reason you want to do that is it gets through the firewall.
Sometimes they get stuck and I'm like, 2 weeks later, I'm sorry, your thing got quarantined and, apologies for the late response. So, but other than that, thanks for the opportunity. Thanks,
Very
man.
cool, man. Get on the plane, man. Take care. Travel safe.
Thanks, Mike. Have a good weekend.
You too.